What up everyone, it's your boy Floz and G back with another Beyblade IRL sort of video. This time we're going to be determining which of the modes is stronger of Flash Sagittario, one of my favorite Beyblades to ever exist. Regular just Flame Sagittario was one of my favorites, but Flash Sagittario was definitely an upgrade with the 230 spin track, making him even taller, plus with the fusion wheel. The fusion wheel has been split into a metal frame and a metal core. Or is it a metal wheel and a metal core? I don't really know what the technical terminology is, but that's beside the point. As you see with the fusion wheel right now, the two layers are perpendicular to each other, providing like a well-balanced, like a bow and arrow, if you will. But if they were to overlay each other being parallel, then that provides attack mode, which is incredibly strong. But which of these modes is technically stronger? That's what we're here to figure out. But first, obviously, we gotta start with a quick stamina test. Alright, they've been set off, both following a very similar movement. I don't know if this is technically like a flower pattern, but it looks like attack mode started... Actually, I take that back. They both started settling in the very center of the stadium. It looks like this is what we're going to be dealing with for a while, so we're going to go ahead and just speed this up. Well, if there's one thing these bays have plenty of, it's stamina. Both are starting to wobble a good bit, and actually it looks like stamina mode has ended first at around a minute 55 seconds, we'll call that. Attack mode is still holding on relatively strong. And as I said that, it begins to wobble. And now it's down, we'll call that around 2 minutes and 5 seconds. That yielded unexpected results. The mode which is supposed to provide more stamina didn't provide more stamina. So it looks like with the stamina test, we actually have to give this one to attack mode, ironically. But now it's time to move on to the first few battles. First up, I want Sagittario to go up against another tall boy. I initially was thinking Duo Ice Titan, but I realized I don't have Duo Ice Titan. So I had to put in a substitute of Flame Bixis, the first Beyblade with the 230 spin track that was introduced. I didn't know how this was going to go, because these bays were designed to counter short attack types, which neither of which are. So this should be very interesting to see how it turns out. You might want to get settled in your seats, because the unthinkable is coming. This one's going to be interesting because they're both meant to counter short attack types, but what happens when they face each other? Oh! You see some pretty powerful impacts knocking each other to the edges, but not completely out of the stadium. There does seem to be a decent bit of recoil, but it doesn't look like Flash Sagittario has the amount of stamina that Flame Bixis would have. Therefore allowing Flame Bixis one victory so far. But let's give that another go, see if Flash Sagittario can recover from that a little bit. Oh! Nearly! Flash Sagittario nearly... Oh, I take that back. Forget nearly. Flash Sagittario did get a stadium out. Flame Bixis may have more stamina, but Flash Sagittario has more power. He is able to hold his own against Flame Bixis, even get many very close potential stadium outs. Sagittario, they're starting to wobble against each other. And it looks like Sagittario wasted too much power trying to get Bixis out. Bixis' stamina outlasted Sagittario. It looks like with height, stamina is more important. Now Sagittario is theoretically sacrificing speed or stamina for power. It does look like there's a good bit of recoil between Sagittario and Bixis. But is it going to be enough to get another stadium out? Stadium outs do have potential, but the walls are keeping them in. But Bixis' stamina prevailed. Sagittario, need to step up your game if you want to beat Bixis. You gonna take my advice or not? Oh! You nearly sent Bixis flying over the stadium wall. but it looks like the hits aren't devastating enough to send Bixus all the way out. It looks like his stamina is prevailing too. The attack mode definitely does have more of an effect on Bixus, but not enough to fully get a stadium out. Well, it looks like we know who the better tall boy is. Okay, maybe neither of them actually won against Bixus. Oh yeah, and I forgot to point out, stamina mode went first and then attack mode. It looks like in this, attack mode was able to drain Bixus' stamina even more. But because of that stadium out against Bixus, I have to give this one to stamina mode. So stamina mode gains a point back on attack mode. So let's see if that's going to be how it continues. Going to be going back and forth. Oh, these next battles are ones I feel like we deserve to see in the anime somehow. But now Sagittario is going to be going up against l-drago Destructor. One devastating Beyblade in my opinion. Not only does it have the spin stealing ability of the other l-dragos, but on top of that it has a performance tip change function. I mean, this guy's got it all. Is it going to be enough to face the Sagittarios though? Let's check it out. Hiccup. As I was saying, let's check it out. This is a battle we really deserve to see. We should have been able to see Flash Sagittario go up against l-drago Destructor at some point, because eventually Stadium Out would have occurred. Well, let's get something more exciting than that to happen, shall we? Come on, damn, l-drago Destructor is really hell-bent on getting the Stadium Out. Ooh. A dual Stadium Out. How interesting. That one happened so fast, I want to count it as a tie. So let's see if another battle is going to... Oh my... Damn! l-drago Destructor's power is something to be feared. Sagittario got flung to the other side of the room. A dragon's power is menacing. l-drago Destructor devastated Sagittario with Stadium Outs. Is that going to happen again? Oh! No! It looks like Sagittario's power was enough to withstand the attack power from Destructor this time. Let's see if that can happen again. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Well, it's not happening that way. So much so that he even knocked the launcher off the table. They both have one Stadium Out each, which will get the final one. Oh, l-drago is circling the stadium. Sagittario is staying very close to the center, so we might not see a Stadium Out this time. Because if l-drago Destructor wastes too much of his power circling, he won't have enough power to get a hit to the Stadium Out. I couldn't say it for a minute. So this one's going to have a very different outcome. Is something going to happen, or is the dragon going to keep circling the centaur? Oh, survive mode activated for l-drago. But it looks like he's too short to get any real sort of sense of attack. And l-drago stopped spinning before Sagittario did. The height difference was too much for l-drago this time. After watching through those, it seems that stamina mode did not have enough power to withstand that of l-drago Destructor. Whereas in attack mode, not only was it able to get a Stadium Out, but it finally used the stamina to its advantage, allowing l-drago to just circle around and lose its stamina. So, inevitably, this one has to go to attack mode. It's starting to go back and forth, it seems, so maybe the next one, stamina mode, will win. Next up, Sagittario is fighting the big bad of Beyblade Metal Fury. He is fighting Diablo Nemesis. Diablo Nemesis, the Bey that has the power of all the other Beys in the world, a dark power, and a very, very, very unique design. Able to switch between 3 different types of performance tips, but for this one, I'm going to have him set in like the stamina type performance tip. So let's see how well this is going to work out for him. This was a great battle in the anime, but how's it going to fit in real life? God damn, Sagittario! Let's see that in slow motion immediately.
How's it going to fit?
A blow so devastating, Nemesis got one-shotted. Not happening? This time, it took about like 5 or 6 shots to get Nemesis out this time. I think this one goes without saying. If the stadium outs were devastating in stamina mode, well then, that was awesome, but we're not going to count that one. I want legitimate battles this time. Oh! Diablo Nemesis used the wall to keep himself in the stadium. Alright, back at it. Is that going to happen again, or will we see a different kind of outcome? Oh! 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 Nemesis keeps trying to get Sagittario out, but Sagittario counterattacks off the side of the stadium! Very quickly, let's just slow that down to show you what I mean. Oh! It's like watching WWE, but Beyblade. Alright, final battle. Who is going to get the stadium outs this time? It actually might not be either. I don't think Destroyer has enough power. Oh, did I just say Destroyer? I meant Nemesis. But Sagittario won that sucker. Have I been saying Destroyer this entire time? I don't remember. I think both Sagittarios did rather well in this one against Nemesis. I don't think Attack Mode really got any stadium outs. I think he got stadium outed once, and then was able to use his power to wear down that of Diablo Nemesis. Stamina Mode, however, got 2 very devastating stadium outs. So I think with that, we have to give this one to Stamina Mode. I'm seeing a pattern. Attack stamina, attack stamina. This is actually now becoming anyone's game. This is the first time in a while. They're facing the ultimate good guy of Beyblade Metal Fury. They are facing Cosmic Pegasus. And Cosmic Pegasus does have various modes as well, but I'm keeping him in his, like, I don't know what to call this, like, stock mode. None of the other fancy modes. That's going to have its own video. But let's see how these guys want to fight. Now they're up against the big boy, Pegasus. Pegasus, how do you want to take this battle on? Sagittario looked a little bit wobbly right there. And I don't think Pegasus is short enough to get completely under Sagittario's fusion wheel. Oh, final drive mode's kicked in. Pegasus? I don't think Pegasus has enough strength to deliver a finishing blow to Sagittario. Yep, Sagittario's stamina outlasted. Alright, at it again. Let's see if we can get an amazing stadium out like in previous enemies battles. Oh, Pegasus took center stage. Sagittario is trying to knock him out so Sagittario can get center stage, reclaim his place in the middle, and preserve his stamina. Oh, final drive mode kicked in for Pegasus. But I don't think Pegasus has enough power to get a devastating blow to Sagittario, and Pegasus is out. Sagittario is pretty good against the big boys. Now time for him to face the great Pegasus. And a one-shot out. Can Pegasus do that again, though? Let's see. Alright, they did a pretty decent job avoiding each other. But it looks like Sagittario is doing a better job blocking against Pegasus's attacks. Oh, final drive mode activated for Pegasus. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to take down Sagittario. Oh. Oh, they're both running out of their stamina. Oh. I might have to call that one a tie. Sagittario needs a win to stay in this. Otherwise, it's going to Pegasus. Sagittario got knocked off balance a little bit. He needs to drain Pegasus's power. But I don't think the height difference is going to allow him to do that. Oh, wait a minute. No, final drive mode activated for Pegasus. Plus, with him leaned down, he can get some uppercut attacks against Sagittario. Oh, Pegasus lost its time. We're going to go into an overtime 4th round. Alright, round 4. The deciding round. Who is going to win this one? They both seem to be, I was about to say they both seem to be avoiding each other. After first collisions, it seems like we're going to get another one where it comes down to their stamina. And they seem relatively even, actually. Oh, final drive mode is activated for Pegasus. He's getting a good few hits on Sagittario, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to get a stadium out. And Sagittario's stamina took over. Sagittario wins this sucker. Both modes did pretty well. I believe having very similar outcomes in their battles. However, because attack mode got a tie, whereas stamina mode was able to take out Pegasus in only 2 rounds, this winner for the mode of Flash Sagittario, which is the best, goes to stamina mode. Bringing back the, what's it called? Bringing back the proud honor of being called a stamina type Beyblade. And we're going to go ahead and end this episode off right here. I've been Floz MG. This has been which Flash Sagittario mode is best, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video.